But all right, let's quit wasting time. Let's get into the Erick Fedde interview. Vinnie sat down with new White Sox pitcher Erick Fedde, and they started with Erick Fedde's excitement to be a Chicago White Sox.
Honestly, it's been great. I've had a lot of fun getting to know lots of guys, a ton of new faces like me, so I feel like everyone's kind of in the same boat. But yeah, it's been really good. I feel like days are going nice and smooth. We're getting our work done, but I'm having a good time so far.
What was kind of the I don't know if interest level is the right word, maybe the excitement level to join this group specifically? I mean, you're a free agent in the offseason. What appealed about these guys?
Yeah, I've said like a big thing appealing was like, I wanted to, be in a rotation and, feel like I could hold down a spot and, hopefully be, a cornerstone for a team. And there was obviously space here. But, it's exciting. Some of the coaching staff I've heard, I was close with Giolito and he loves cats and called him as soon as, I knew the White Sox were making a really serious offer. And, he said it was a place he would for sure come back to. So that was, a good sign.
Nice.
And, Bannister, he's had, a great track record of guys who throw, similar to me. And it's just a place where, you want to play places, but you also want to have success, and you need guys around you that you feel like you can, push in the right direction. So,
what was the last offseason like for you? Kind of, making the changes that you wanted to make that ended up working out so well in Korea.
Just like the biggest changes.
Just like, what was the kind of the process like? When the 2022 season ended, kind of.
Yeah, it was the big it's time to fix something. My numbers were, they speak for themselves and not being very, very good, especially at the big league level. So it was just kind of what adjustments can I make and grow the way they adjust to the game. Mm-hmm. And so, that was like building a breaking ball that was more horizontal than up and down and, really getting a change up to, that was big for me this year, being able to throw to lefties and righties. That's something I didn't really have much in the big league. So adding those two, but going to a place where, I could get that done here in Arizona and, trying to overhaul, but while still keeping myself, true to myself in some ways.
Where did you grow up? Where are you from?
Born and raised in Vegas.
Vegas. So yeah. What is it like for a Vegas boy to go to Korea?
Yeah, it's definitely different. Luckily I tell people that's a very, westernized culture. They treated me so well, which makes your life a lot easier. But yeah, it's definitely culture shock. I say one of the hardest parts is being in the locker room, and it's a lot harder to just have conversations with the guys, and there's more times than not you're maybe just on your own, but it makes you keep your work on. You don't get distracted talking. You're in the weight room and nobody to talk to, so you'll really get after it, and so there's positives and negatives in that way, but I'm really happy I did it. Be a year I remember for the rest of my life, and probably the biggest year of my baseball career in the sense. So it's good.
What city was your team in?
The city is Masan. It's like a suburb of Changwon. It's the bigger name in the sense of being in Glendale, Phoenix.
Sure.
But yeah, it's as far south as you can go. Not very touristy. So stuck out like a sore thumb there. And working class people, but kind of felt it made me really dive into the Korean culture, because in Seoul, you can find a lot more American food and stuff, but down there, it's you're fully in, which I think it was a good thing.
Yeah, what was obviously baseball is the same game, right? Whether you're speaking the language or not, you're still playing baseball. But what was life like? What was it like?
Yeah. Over there? Well, for baseball, when you play so many games, you get in that schedule of just going to the field every day. But luckily my girlfriend came with me, and we had every Monday off, and we'd always try to make a point to go out and look around and experience it, especially when we played in different cities. So that was good. But everyday life, a lot of walking. It's like living in some big cities. But yeah, it was once for sure at the beginning very tough. You feel really awkward going into restaurants and trying to order, but you started to get the hang of it, know a few more words, and get really good at pointing at things.
Favorite dish? Favorite thing you ate over there?
Oh man, they had it's like a hot hot pot type, like, you get veggies and meat. They call it shabu shabu. That was, my favorite thing. There was a place in right below my apartment that, became a frequent at, and I guess a regular.
Good smell in the apartment then, probably.
Yeah, for sure.
So, we've heard from Pedro a lot about the message that he's trying to deliver to you guys. What does FAST mean to you?
Yeah, I know it has an acronym to it, but I like to play fast. The game is moving with the pitch clock, and but you don't want to give people a chance to breathe when when you're playing well. I think we're a team with not everybody has the highest expectations for it, but if we can start off fast and get the belief and get the guys rolling, I think why not? I've had conversations. Nobody in here thought the Diamondbacks would be in the World Series last year. There's going to be a team like that every year, and why not us have the belief and play fast, start fast, and get going in that direction.
Are you guys already kind of feeling that chip on the shoulder a little bit? I know Pedro talked about the playoff projection and all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
obviously you never want to be in that situation. It's a different stuff, but they're trying to build a culture, and we want to be the start of that, and that's what Pedro's kind of preached, and it's exciting to try to build something that's important, and there's plenty of talented players in here. It's just getting everybody together, and like I said, I think starting off fast, I think will be important, and getting that belief that we can do this.
What's it mean to you to have some guys? I know obviously Chris prioritized improving the defense this offseason. What's it like to have some guys behind you who are going to pick the ball up and throw it to first base?
Yeah, it makes you even more confident as a pitcher going after people in the zone. Obviously there's quality hitters, but if you give them too much credit or you're worried about the guys behind you, it makes it even tougher. So, knowing that even if I give up a hard hit ball, there's a chance to get it out, and there's lots of quality guys behind you. It's just makes pitching so much easier. And I know they did a good job going out and really get the defensive quality catchers, and I think that's huge.
What's it been like working with Maldonado, Stassi, and these guys this spring so far?
Yeah, I haven't even really got to throw to Stassi much this year, but I threw to Maldonado, and immediately he was just talking about hey, this is how we kind of like first base coaches on certain teams will try to pick where my glove's at, and he's just veteran things like that. He's so if we want to throw up, we know you throw this pitch up in the zone, and we don't want to give anybody a clue, so I'm going to hide that as long as I can, and just little things like that really add up, and then he teaches it to other guys, and our young catchers start to pick that kind of stuff up, and that's super important, and it's already been exciting working with them.
What do you make of some of your fellow pitchers? I don't know how much you've been able to see them through this spring, but Cease, Kopech, the talent that these guys have, what do you make of them?
Yeah, there's definitely, like I said, there is a ton of quality here. Cease is a guy that, if you say he's going to win a Cy Young, you're not shocked, and that's awesome. I know Kopech's been throwing absolute cheese in the pens already. I got to work out with Crochet this year, and I know he's, pushing for a spot in the rotation. He's been, watching him throw is unbelievable. So, it's exciting. I think there's a ton of talent, and we just got to get things to click, and I'm excited for it.
What about your personal expectations for yourself? What do you kind of see in terms of being able to transition the success that you had overseas to back to the big leagues?
Yeah, I want to implement all the things I worked on, and trust that they're going to be effective. But a big part for me is being a guy this team can count on in the sense of going deep into our games and throwing a ton of innings. That's important. Whether you win or lose games, when you go deep, you save bullpens for next day, and give guys breaks and help keep guys on the field. And that's to me an important side that I want to do. Of course, I want to pitch well, keep that ERA low, win lots of games, but doing those little things too, they matter, and they add up over 162.
You mentioned kind of you guys are trying to build something here. You came in on a multi-year contract. Your plan, I'm guessing, is to be here for a bit. What does it feel like to be somebody who could take this team to where Chris sees it going?
Yeah, I think that's just one of those things where even in the clubhouse as much as on the field, you want to be a leader, and lead by example. That's, I think, for sure the best way. I mean, we can all talk a big game, but you know, being in the gym every day, being in the video room, trying to share knowledge. That's like one of those things where, you know, I had a lot of great pitchers do that for me, learning from Scherzer, Strasburg, guys of just, you know, immense quality. But those guys are good because of what they do behind the scenes. And, you know, anybody that wants to, you know, hopefully learn, I can teach them. And, you know, I look to learn from other guys as well. And, you know, when we sign quality pitchers from, you know, whether it be from the White Sox or other teams, and just creating one big, you know, smart, well-oiled group, you know, that's I think important part of the building process.
That is Erick Fedde, the new White Sox pitcher. We are excited to see how he will play in 2024.
We all silly like the mayor.